Welcome to Anaheim. On tap tonight, we've got a great matchup between the Buffalo Sabres and the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. I'm Mike Emmerich, and with me as always is Darren Pang.
This should be a good one, Doc. Starting for Buffalo, Martin Biron. And across from him for Anaheim, Jean-Sébastien Giguère.
It's always interesting to see how East and West measure up to one another, huh, Darren?
Well, after this game, Doc, one team will have the right to claim their conference is superior. The other one will just have to lick their wounds and move on.
Enough of the talk. It's time to drop the puck in Anaheim. Anaheim wins the draw. Ozolinsh sets it up. Gets him with a cross-check.
Fedorov punished.
The Sabres don't allow their opponents many scoring chances.
This goalie has the luxury of some fine defense in front of him. They limit the shots every night.
Draw in the neutral zone. Drury wins the draw. Pass to Tallender. Feeds it across. Big cross check. Behind the net. Recovered by Drury. Shot blocked. Skula with the puck. McKee chases it down. Loose puck. Retrieved in the defensive end. Buffalo breaking out. Hits the trailer. Gathered in by Niedermeyer. It's a breakaway. Soleil moving it into the zone. Into the offensive zone. Rejected by Biron. To the point. Didn't get through. Cleared out by Drury. To Fedorov. Point blank range. Gathered in by Leclerc. Skula races over to get it. Pesh plays it. Puck at center. Skula with the puck. Fedorov on the wing. Denied. And he decides to stop play. Face off in the right circle. Buffalo wins the draw. Pass to Briere. A drive. Giguère, the save. Paulson moves in. Shut down. Cleared out by Dumont. Buffalo ices the puck. Draw in the right circle. Buffalo wins the draw. Pass to Roy. Can't reach the pass. In the neutral zone. Burnett sends it in. Cross-checked into the boards. Lost it to Holmquist. The shot. Got a piece of it. Gathered in by Roy. Picks it off. Patted away.
He's kicking himself for missing that great scoring chance.
Greer in the corner. To Burnett. Drops it. Gilson with the puck. Burnett centers. Flipped out by Smirnoff. Mayer flips it out of the zone. Wisniewski behind the net. Pass to Holmquist. Front of the goal. Shot. Biron saves it. Checks it. To Mayer. Skates in front. Shot. Front of the net. He drops it. Burnett moves in. That one out of reach. Rister. He won't allow it. And he freezes the puck. And there's a look at the bench.
Doc, Mike Babcock may not have vast NHL coaching experience, but the man definitely knows how to get these guys to believe in themselves. And more importantly, Doc, how to win.
Face off to the right of the net. Drury wins the draw. Save by Jaguar. To Fedorov. Left for the trailer. Off the pass. Front of the goal. Biron rejects it. He can't get the pass. Sikora in the corner. Picked off. Pass to Hesht. Carney behind the net. A fight's broken out.
This should bring the crowd to their feet.
Cool down for these two.
I'm not sure this one is over. They may just start it up again when they return to the ice.
5 minutes each, and they earned them. Those players will be substituted for. There's a quick peek at what's happening off the ice.
Doc, Lindy Ruff just seems to bring out the best in his players. He's always given them something to think about, and he's one of the biggest practical jokers out there.
Face off to the left of the net. Ruchin wins the draw. Pass to Lupul. Anaheim on the breakout. Drives one towards the net. Biron, too quick.
Rubber turns into concrete when a puck's moving that fast.
Niedermeyer scores! And the Mighty Ducks establish a lead here.
Oh, man. Missed assignments like that are going to make it a very long night.
A goal like that deserves another look.
Quick, hands on the wrister, Doc.
Anaheim makes you earn every goal.
You're not going to get a lot of looks against these guys. Take advantage when you can.
Draw at center ice. Briere wins the draw. Gilson sets it up. Cross-ice pass. Dumont along the board. Takes a shot. Save! Brings it off the post. To McDonald. To the trailer. Shot! Denied! Pass to Briere. Doesn't connect. Dumont plays it. A drive. Gloved it. And he holds it for the whistle. He was on his head on that save. Take another look.
He's kicking himself for not taking advantage of that good scoring chance there, but it's not really his fault. It was just a great save, Doc. I'll focus on this player, Doc, when he enters the zone. No player in the league makes a play like he can.
Draw in the left circle. The Sabres win the draw. Save! Sikora with the puck. Anaheim breaking out. Lays the wood. Puck loose. Retrieved in the defensive end. Can't get through. Fedorov with a shot. Save!
That was a good chance. They were just unable to convert.
Afinogenov puts one on goal. Saves it. And he hangs on. A save like that one deserves another look.
Well, Doc, Jaguar showed the same athleticism and sharp reflexes right there that made him a household name a few years back. Terrific play.
Draw to the left of the net. Ruchin wins the draw. Anaheim on the breakout. Lupul shooting. Stopped. And he holds on to it.
Remaining in the period.
Face off in the right circle. Won by Anaheim. McDonald controls it. Lost it to McKee. Backhander. Shoots. Steered away. Connolly moves in with a wrist shot. Left behind. On goal. Turns him away. Hyatt gets control. Can't hold on to the puck. Time running down in the period. Paulson feeds it to the center. Eaten up. And he freezes the puck. Draw in the left circle. Buffalo wins the draw. Time almost up. Hyatt moves in. Carney into the box for slashing. Buffalo gets a chance on the power play.
Oh, they desperately need a goal here. They're trailing in this game. Wearing the C is something special in this league. That's why this guy's the leader of this team.
Face off in the left circle. The Mighty Ducks win the draw. Campbell in behind the goal. Pass picked off by Skula to Dumont. And we're a third of the way home. At the end of one, the Mighty Ducks won, the Sabres nothing. Only one goal separates these guys.
So far, this has been pretty evenly played, Doc. Neither team has dominated the other, and I expect it to stay pretty close.
Anaheim creating a lot of opportunities.
Biron is doing his job. The rest of the team isn't doing theirs.
Congratulations to Mike Emmerich, who was named the smartest man in hockey once again. Way to go, Doc.
Time for the start of the second period. Kalinin bringing it ahead. He can't get it. Loose in front. Soleil behind the net. Pass to Briere. Pass a little off. Pass to McDonald. Point-blank range. His drive. Huge pad save.
You've got to use everything you have to make that save.
Retrieved in the defensive end. Chatan in the corner. Puts one on goal. Anaheim back at full strength. Soleil with the puck. Retrieved in the defensive end. Paulson with the puck. He shoots. He grabs it. And he decides to stop play. He stonewalled him. Take another look.
Great save here. The shot was right on target, but somehow he made the play.
Face off to the left of the net. Buffalo on the breakout. Puck loose. Retrieved in the defensive end. Fedorov moves in. And he holds it for the whistle. Draw in the left circle. The Sabres control the draw. Connolly feeds it to the center. He backhands it. Got a pad on it. And he hangs on. Draw in the right circle. The Mighty Ducks control the draw. From the defensive zone. Smirnoff drop pass. Loose puck. Holmquist hustles to it. Front of the net. Shoots. He gloves it. And he holds on to it. Buffalo winning the faceoff battle.
Yeah, but the real work begins after you gain control of the puck. That's where they're struggling a little.
Face-off in the left circle. The Mighty Ducks win the draw. Blocked.
Is that a BB or is that a puck?
Anaheim with more shots.
This score truly reflects the shots on goal. You're going to score if you keep putting them on net.
Scoring is not one of the strong points for Anaheim.
As you can see, goal scoring has been at a premium for Anaheim.
Face off in the right circle. Big blast. Pushed aside. Soleil gets control. Rings his bell. Loose along the boards. Dumont plays it. Buffalo breaking out. They score! He does the little things you need to do to win.
Last year was any indication, this guy should generate some offensive firepower this season.
Draw at center ice.
Buffalo
The Sabres control the draw.
Miroslav Shikan. And
Carney
unassisted
in back of the goal. Fires the wrist shot. Biron sticks it away. Backhands it. Saved with the chest. Oh, here's a breakaway all by himself. Save. And he decides to stop play. Face off to the right of the net. Briere wins the draw. The save. Hammered. Skates his way through the neutral zone. Cleared out by Dumont. Pass to McDonald. Paulson on the wing. Shot. Shut down. And he holds it for the whistle. Face off to the right of the net. The Mighty Ducks win the draw. Taruchin. Offside is whistled. Face off in the neutral zone. Buffalo wins the draw. Cleared out by McKee. Anaheim on the breakout. Wisniewski feeds one out in front. Afinogenov with the puck. Skates in front. Buffalo on the rush. Brilliant pad save.
You don't get many chances like that, Mike.
I want to see that save again.
He got a good look at the net, but he just couldn't knock it past him. That's a great save. Face off to the left of the net. Draw controlled by the Sabres. Big blast. Kotolik in the corner.
Fitzpatrick takes the puck. Roy moves in. Deflected with the shoulder. Intercepted. Nailed in front of the net. Pass to Niedermeyer. Shooting. Blocks it out of the air. And he hangs on. Here's another look at that save.
He got robbed on that one, Doc. You know he's got to wonder what he has to do to score around here.
Draw to the left of the net. The Mighty Ducks win the draw. Skula centers. Pass to Fedorov. Shatan skates it out of his own end. Goes with the backhand. Denied! And he holds onto it. The Ducks are getting plenty of odd man breaks, but they still can't get the lead.
Biron is definitely keeping his team in this one.
Draw to the right of the net. He one-times it. Knocked away. Score! No help on defense results in a breakaway goal by Kalinin.
The Sabres would have been kicking themselves if they failed on a chance like that.
What a shot! Let's get another look.
That's a gimme. The goaltender didn't help himself there.
Face off at center ice. The Sabres control the draw. A Finneganov with the puck. Got a stick on it. Uh-oh, it's come to this.
Sometimes this has to happen to get it all out.
The crowd into it.
Well, that really put some life into the crowd.
5 minutes apiece for the combatants. Face off in the right circle. Fitzpatrick finds the back of the net. The Sabres are pulling away.
They've got a 2-goal cushion now, but one more goal and they'll really distance themselves.
Another look will show us how great that goal really was. The draw at center ice. Fedorov wins the draw. Ozolinch sets it up. The Ducks are offside.
The linesman was right on top of that one, Doc.
The draw in the neutral zone. Buffalo wins the draw. Dumont along the boards. Shatan chases it down. Back to the trailer. Briere with a shot. Got some lumber on it. Flipped out by Ward. To Dumont. Front of the goal. The shot. Stopped. Loose puck. Briere plays it.
1 minute remaining in the second period.
Kalinin tries to keep it in. The Sabres are offsides.
That was really close to a scoring chance.
Face off at neutral ice. McKee whistled for being offside.
They tried to get a break going there, but it wasn't to be.
Face off in neutral ice. Ruchin wins the draw. To Lupul on the rush. Anaheim on the attack. The wrist shot. He won't allow it. Nailed by a cross-check. McKee on the wing. Backhander to Lupul. Cut off by Mayer. Pass to Lupul. Quick shot. Snatched out of the air.
Oh, Doc, that was nearly a goal.
Holy mackerel, that save just makes you shake your head.
He thought the goal was his, but the netminder quickly recovered for the save.
He's an integral part of his team.
This guy's a consistent performer, able to produce on both ends of the ice.
Face off in the left circle. Pass to Greer. Point-blank range. A few seconds remaining in the period. Kalinin with the puck. The horn signals the end of the second period. At the end of 2, the Sabres. 3, the Mighty Ducks. 1. Everyone expected this to go the way it has.
Both teams are playing the way we all expected, and the score reflects that after the second period.
Buffalo clearly the aggressors out there.
Boy, are they ever. This physical play has allowed them to control the game.
Attention fans. No matter the circumstances, please refrain from using profanity of any kind. Hockey is still a family
We're
game.
moments away from the start of the third period. Ozolinch sets it up. Wow, what a brutal shot. Cleared out by Dumont. Leclerc along the boards. The shot denied with the blocker. Fedorov behind the net. Just missed. Shatan in the corner. Sends him reeling.
This league is all about collisions, Doc.
Hit by Dumont. Goes with a backhand. Denied. Ozolinch sends it across. To Sikora with the wrist shot. It hit the post. Fedorov feeds it to the center. Didn't get through. Drops it. Sikora moves in. He didn't get much on that shot. Catches him square.
Physical hockey in front of the net.
A Finneganov on the wing. Loose in the corner. Puck controlled by Hesh. Drury finds the back of the net. Buffalo scores again.
3-goal deficits are rarely overcome in this league, Doc. We'll see if this is the exception that proves the rule.
He riddled the goalie. Take another look.
A wrist shot fired in for a goal. That's what they pay him for, Doc. He's out there to score goals, and he didn't disappoint right there.
The draw at center ice.
Buffalo
Face-off
goal.
controlled by Buffalo. To Pyatt.
Drury.
Mayer sets it up.
Assist to Jochen Hesch. And
Wrists it. Up into the crowd. Face off in the neutral zone. Cheestoff with the puck. To McDonald. Skula races back to get it. Paulson along the boards. Biron saves it. Goes to the corner. Campbell plays it. McDonald ahead with it. Greer moves in. Shut down. And he decides to stop play. The replay will show us that save again.
Oh, the puck was just lying there, and all he had to do was whack it in. Somehow the goalie made another great save.
Draw to the left of the net. Won by the Sabres. Karam's off the boards.
Tallender blistered that shot.
To Niedermeyer. Tallender hits the trailer. Connolly moves in. Can't reach the pass. To Niedermeyer. Didn't get through. Mayer moves in. Cross-checked.
I hope he still remembers his name after that hit.
The Sabres go for a line change. Niedermeyer moves in. Loophole puts one on goal. Save! Controlled by Ozelin. He throws a cross-check. Buffalo changing it up. Front of the net. He shoots. Denied. And he freezes the puck. Great save. Let's take another look at it.
Terrific grab there, Doc. Biron's hybrid style isn't always flashy, but you've got to admire his ability to make the plays you've got to make to protect the lead.
Face off in the left circle. LeClaire moves in. Fedorov controls it. Gilson in the corner. Kodolik lets it rip. Huge pad save. Biron plays it. Greer moves in. Got a blocker on it. The Sabres set up shop. Pass deflected. And he hangs on. He's a great leader for his team.
He's always working in the offensive end. His numbers last year reflect how productive he can be.
Face off to the left of the net. Pass to McDonald. Shooting. Gloved it.
Great chance there.
And he holds it for the whistle. He stoned him. Take another look.
When you've got a goalie behind you that can make those kind of saves, you know you have a chance every time you step on the ice, Doc.
Draw in the right circle. Rockets one. Saved with the body. Mayer with the puck. Loose at center. Carney with the puck. Anaheim breaking out. Niedermeyer feeds it across. Front of the goal. Wow, he was annihilated. Connolly moves in. Swallowed by the glove. And he holds on to it. Face off to the left of the net. Gilson feeds one out in front. Shooting. Blocked. Drury with the puck. And he freezes the puck. Draw in the right circle. The Sabres win the draw. Big blast. And he decides to stop play. Draw in the left circle. Pass to Sikora. Out of his own end. Drop. Looking for the penalty call. Biron has now stopped 30 shots, Darren.
Well, he's the reason they're winning at this juncture.
Saves it. Leclaire gets control. Intercepted by Greer. Sikora in the corner. Solid cross-check. Roy shooting. Denied with the blocker. Cleared out by Oza Lynch. Pass to Kodalik.
There is
Point-blank range. Backhanded. Off the pads.
Great save on that breakaway.
Gilson in behind the goal. Won't get there. Pyatt moves in. Eaten up.
Oh, almost.
And he hangs on. How about that save? Let's get another look. Draw to the left of the net. Drop to Tallender. The pad save. Peshed on the wing. Period's drawing to a close. In the corner. Cross-check. Cheestov in the corner. A vicious check. Loses the puck. Pass a bit off. McKee gets control. That was a hard cross-check. Afinogenov with the puck. The Ducks change up the lines. A few seconds remaining in the period. Tease it out. That's gonna do it. Tonight's final, Buffalo 4, Anaheim 1. Tonight we saw a wonderful performance by the Sabres.
Let's not sugarcoat it, Mike. One team was firing rockets, and the other team was firing blanks.
Now here are tonight's 3 stars of the game. Third star for Buffalo, Dmitry Kalinin. The second star for Buffalo, Rory Fitzpatrick. The first star of the game for Buffalo, Chris Drury.
That about does it for tonight. I'm Mike Emmerich for Darren Pang saying good night.